Welcome to Cowdray Park Polo Club for this year's Veuve Clicquot Gold Cup final. Despite heavy rain during the past few weeks, today the crowds are out in force, enjoying a rare glimpse of the sunshine. With tournament favourites Dubai having been knocked out in the semis, today's final sees new boys Cortium playing Remanso as they compete for the title of British Open Champions 2012. This year is the first in over 20 Gold Cup finals, where British patrons are playing on both sides. An historic year for British polo.
Well, I was a big swimmer growing up. I used to love polo then, but I realized I've made a big mistake. No, I like the athleticism of it. And I like watching people do something that I have no idea how to do. There's something intoxicating about that. So yes, I'm looking forward to it.
I think, for a start, I'm tremendously impressed with the way that Cowdray have switched from one ground to the other, from the semi-finals to the finals. And the job they've done today, it's really very impressive indeed under the conditions we've had this year.
I think it's great to see a big English, a lot of English people playing in the final, and Remanso deserve it. They've been playing really well all season. They got lucky in the semis at the Queen's against Dubai, as they had a bad day. And I think they'd probably be favourites today.
Ladies and gentlemen,
but it's going to be muddy. It's definitely going to be muddy. It's rained a lot more last night, and I think it'll be interesting to see how the field holds up.
Two very, very good teams. They fought hard to get here. I mean, Remanso beating Dubai. It was a very, very close game. And the same with Cortium, who edged out Sumara, who come through as the only team unbeaten until the semi-final.
The first semi-final saw Cortium in yellow take on Sumaya in red.
Ball's in play, and straight from the line out, Javier Novillo Estrada sends the ball to the middle of the field. Here's the pass to the front door. Who's on the other end of it? It's Facundo Sola, right in front of goal, and he's going to take that between the flags. Oh, that's a brilliant score by Sumaya. Great teamwork by those two men.
Both teams were defending well, with never more than one goal in it.
Dubro then, with the backhand, trying to look for his other team members. Adrian Kirby's there, sends the pass to the front door. Who's on the other end of it? Palito Perez riding down. It's from an angle, and it's through! Ambrosio can't get it. Elizalde misses. Who's the first onto it? Facundo Sola, coming through the traffic. Look at him go, and he's put it between the posts.
Few mistakes by either side meant for a tight game, but the deadlock was broken following a scuff clearance by Cortium patron Adrian Kirby, allowing Sumaya's Juan Ambrosio to give his team a 7-6 lead going into the final chukker.
Ambrosio on the loose ball, right in the danger zone. Elizalde's desperate to get back there, but Ambrosio's put it between the posts. Great play by that young man. Ambrosio plays the backhand. He didn't get much length on that. Who's the first to get there? Palito Perez taking it towards the goal. He's backed up by Elizalde. The cut shot. Oh, Elizalde out of the top draw. Backhand from Dubro, looking for Palito Perez, and he's found it. Despite the attentions of Facundo Sola, Palito Perez bringing that ball to goal. Ambrosio's in his slipstream in behind, but it's Palito Perez bringing it there. Ambrosio's gone, showing true commitment. Combines with the goalpost, but it's still a goal.
With Cortium leading 8-7, Juan Ambrosio kept his team in the game with a crucial goal line clearance.
Elizalde's fired it in there. Ambrosio's back in defence. Great clearance.
With just 10 seconds remaining, Javier Novillo Estrada couldn't quite find the target for Sumaya. Sending an ecstatic Cortium team through to the final, winners 8-7.
I gotta say, it was a tough match. I don't know, it seemed to go very quickly for me, but it was a real tactical battle. and I felt we got momentum in the 5th, and I think we closed out reasonably well in the 6th, but there were moments.
The main thing is you got to keep them pointing forwards. You got to keep them optimistic, and you got to, end of the 5th chukker, between the 5th and 6th, you got to look them in the eye and tell them we're going to win.
So tough. Every game in England is so close. I congratulate everybody, because the system here that makes that is the best tournament in the world, the most competitive tournament in the world.
The heavens opened in time for the 2nd semi-final between Dubai and El Remanso.
Ballon Sterling's pass has gone right to the front door. Charlie Hanbury's on the other end of that. There's the approach shot. Nachi Hegi's coming back in defence. Charlie Hanbury down towards the goal. And that's a brilliant finish by that young man.
Favourites Dubai seemed unable to pull away, with the El Remanso tactics working perfectly, preventing star player Adolfo Cambiasso from getting into the game.
El Remanso with the overlap. Ballon Sterling's put it through, and Cambiasso is really not very happy at this time.
Alec White scored for a struggling Dubai to make it 2-2 going into half-time.
Torreira fires one to the front door, looking for Ballon Sterling. The others have ridden over the top. Ballon Sterling's there. This is an extraordinary angle. Here comes Ballon Sterling on his own, unmarked. He fires one under the neck, but it's gone wide. That's really unlucky. Cambiasso really not enjoying the conditions.
Scores were level going into the 6th, but it was El Remanso controlling the game, and frustration was starting to show for Dubai. Cambiasso fouled in front of goal, giving Guillermo Torreira a chance to pull ahead in the 6th. He made no mistake. 6-5 the score. Cambiasso was given a chance to draw his team level when Charlie Hanbury fouled, but his penalty shot rolled wide. Dubai were awarded a second penalty, which Cambiasso lofted high and wide. Guillermo Torreira put the final nail in Dubai's coffin, scoring from an impossible angle to seal El Remanso's place in the final. Final score, El Remanso 7, Dubai 5.
Hey, welcome to the English summer, no? It's amazing. We haven't had a real summer this year. The weather's been unbelievable. We've played, I think, nearly the whole of the games here in Ambersam for the amount of rain we've had. The fields have worked out amazingly, but it's difficult, because everything gets slippery. The ground gets cut up. Everything becomes like rough, more of a rugby game, no? But luckily for us, we managed to kind of scrape through. So it would be nice to play on Sunday the final.
A good play without a good horse is nothing. It's like a Formula One driver with a bad car. You've seen that they cannot win. The same happens on polo. They're tired because it's been a long season. It's the last game of the year and the most important one. But I think that they're going to respond well. It's a difficult team to play because the four, they are quite tough and balanced. They beat Dubai twice. Then they were unlucky on the Queen's Cup because Jaime, he broke his collarbone. Fortunately, he's back and he's 100%.
I founded a great doctor in Chichester, which does the operation on the collarbone, and in 8 days I was playing polo again. 6 days actually training, and by the 8th day I was playing hard. So it put me out of the quarterfinal of the Queen's Cup, but the first game of the Gold Cup I started again, so I missed just one game.
Ground the other day was great, helped us a lot. We stopped Adolfo running, which was the aim. So yeah, that was helpful. Just been out on the ground, and yeah, it's definitely wet, and yeah, it's going to tear up a bit, which I'm not sure is going to help us out too much today because we want to try and outrun the others. But we'll see. Fingers crossed.
last-minute preparations are underway for the final of the 2012 Gold Cup between Cortium and El Remanso.
Welcome everyone to Veuve Clicquot Gold Cup of 2012 for the British Open Championship. Cortium taking on El Remanso. These two teams have seen off 14 other teams in this championship here, and now we're about to have the British Open Championship decided for 2012. Cortium in yellow, El Remanso in blue. Peter Wright there in the white helmet, Jason Dixon in the dark blue. Two good umpires, Luke.
Yeah, these two officials are right up there in the top of their bunch, and these guys take it very seriously.
Well, crowd almost all in position now. Look at that, back to the rafters. Great sight to see. Last year they were all under umbrellas, Luke.
Yeah, last year, remember, it absolutely poured with rain, didn't it? I actually think this year could be a nicer final, actually, if the weather holds.
There goes Charlie Hanbury. 4 goals in the dark blue helmet. At 2, George Hanbury, you said he's the workhorse. At 3, our friend the Joker, Guillermo Torreira. And at back, and you fancy a lot hangs on his shoulders, David Pelon Sterling. Well, here come Cortium. Adrian Kirby, he is wearing the full shirt. That's Jaime Hudobro. There's Polito playing in the 2 shirt. And at 1, Francisco Elizalde. Going to be interesting to see how if he can escape the tensions of David Sterling, because David Sterling's going to try and shut the back door on him all the time, isn't he?
Yeah, I think that's right, and it'll be interesting to see who they put on David Sterling to this afternoon.
So here we go then. Here we go. The action about to get underway. The ball is in play, and straight away from the line out, it is Jaime Hudobro who's trying to turn that ball upfield. There's George Hanbury sticking to him like a cheap suit, as you mentioned. Jaime Hudobro taking it down the boards here, and Charlie Hanbury trying to hassle him, but it's still Jaime Hudobro now on his near side. Lovely play. Still Jaime Hudobro. That ball's kicked forward to Adrian Kirby. Adrian Kirby in front of goal. Jaime Hudobro on the near side. We've got our first score. Jaime Hudobro on his near side. Despite a lot of pressure, that was a good effort.
Yeah, he took his time. He got the ball through to Adrian Kirby. Adrian couldn't quite get a hold of it, but he's being hard chased by Charlie. Didn't get the backhand in, and Jaime, no mistake, straight through the goal. Great goal.
Now, Polito Gilles tries to steal it there. There is Elizalde. Elizalde, oh, he's ridden over the top. And it's picked off here by David Sterling, in fact. He's in a bit of a kerfuffle there. Polito Pires is in front of him. We got our first whistle of the match. He wasn't being given much room for move, was he? What did you think of this?
Yeah, no, I think you can see Polito coming in there. He just comes in too much angle and just in front of Pelon. And I think they'll have blown that in Pelon's favour.
Watch this.
Well, it's a formality, really. Very straightforward. Guillermo Torreira on the scorecard then. And we got an all-square game once more. Nice swing, huh?
Nice swing. Keeps it simple. Half swing gives you more accuracy.
Here comes Hudobro. Hudobro looking to get the ball forward, but it's bounced off opponent. He's got to turn very quickly. And, oh dear, swooping down on him there was Charlie Hanbury coming at him straight down the right of way, and Jaime Hudobro, he's not happy, is he?
Yeah, you can see here Jaime hit the ball into the horse and then turned round, but he was too slow to turn to get the line, and Pelon had the line behind him.
Well, we saw Cambiasso miss one of these the other day. But it's the little half swing, and it dissects the post perfectly, and that's his second score of the afternoon.
Yeah, they make me nervous when they do these half swings, because sometimes the ball doesn't get there. It has happened. Or you might see it later on in the game. There's a big divot and needs to avoid.
Torreira now waiting for Look at Pallon just clocking in behind Herrera, a little deft back pass. Now Pallon Sterling's on the case here. Pallon Sterling with a huge driving shot right into the danger zone. Now who's the first to get that? It's Jaime Hudubro who takes it out. Oh, and attracts the whistle now.
That was not a normal Jaime play. He'd anticipated it well, Jaime, and so well, in fact, that he had a bit of time. And the danger is to try to do too much, and he went to turn the ball with a player behind him. And that has to be a backhand.
Well, here he comes. Gonna make sure. Is it going to be the half shot or the full shot? Nothing Cortium can do, just sit and watch.
Oh, he didn't get that one how he wanted to.
Oh my, would you believe it?
Word.
Well, that makes all us mortals feel very
well. Let's have a look at this backswing. No, it was the grip. Did you see when he hit the ball, he wasn't quite holding the stick firm enough at the point of impact, and the head just swung around, and it obviously must have angled out of goal.
Well, there he is, 7 goals of Argentine dynamite, and he's missed a penalty too. 2 goals to 1 then in favour of El Remanso at the end of chukka number 1. Polito Pires for Cortium now, trying to get away, get clear. There's Adam Kirby trying to soak up the opposition, but it's still Polito Pires. I think he's ridden over the top of that. No. Following up is Adam Kirby. He tried to put it, Adrian Kirby, I should say. He tries to put it through the goal, but I'm afraid he's put it wide. Kirby making his presence felt there, Luke.
Yeah, that's right. I mean, you can see the players are struggling to take the ball, carry the ball on the slow conditions. There, Pallon leaves it behind. Adrian has a great shot, aiming. Always better to put it the other side. Well, better to put it in, but aim to a harder angle.
And actually, that angle we got on the ground shows that it really has cut up quite a lot. Now, we got a whistle on that play. It looked like Polito had a Remanso player on either side of him. I'm not sure.
Yeah, it looked like the ball went up in the air.
Oh, he's sandwiched.
It looks like a sandwich. They've given it in favour of the yellows.
So they could
I don't know. He'll be gutted about that because they had possession. They were bringing the ball in.
Penalty 3 then. Now remember, El Remanso can defend this. We'll probably see someone come from stage left. I would think probably Guillermo Terrera and David Sterling to try and block the goal. And it looks like Polito's taking this. Worm burner, and it's through. He's a bit lucky there, but they all count. Just take us through his swing.
In the second chukka.
Oh, he lifted his head up. He topped it. He topped it. He was quite lucky.
Sends the pass up towards halfway, looking for Charlie Hambry, but Jaime Hudubro, the wall, turns it once more for Polito. Oh, my word. And we've got a whistle there, and I wonder if Pallon will be found guilty there.
Yeah, I think he was trying to go for the meat, Pallon there. He read the backhand. He read the shot from Hudubro very well. Goes for the meat, but he just had the angle wrong and nearly catches Polito with the horse's head.
Well, can Cortium take the lead for the very first time in this match? In comes Polito. Well, that too wasn't a great shot, but he's converted it nonetheless. And now Cortium are 3-2 in front, courtesy of Polito Pires. Take us through this.
Again, he's very, very relaxed and hits it nice and straight, but he looked like he got the ground. It was interesting that Guillermo Terrera came out and no one was following him, because maybe if the player following him might have had a chance at saving it.
Cortium will be pleased with what they've achieved in that second chukka. I mean, 2 unanswered goals, admittedly both penalty 3s, but their discipline's good, isn't it?
Their discipline's good, they got plenty of experience, and they are solid.
Well, 3-2 the score then in favour of Cortium. They lead for the first time in this match. Chukka number 3 up and coming. Here we go then. Oh, And a good beat from Polito there, almost steals it. But Torreira now reasserts. And Polito still in it again. How did he do that? Backed up here by Jaime Hudubro, who sends the pass to the front door. Adrian Kirby's there. Following through was Elizalde. Elizalde coming through, backed up by Polito. Polito Pires fires a huge shot straight down the middle of the ground. Jaime Hudubro coming in. Can he convert? There's the approach shot. It's going towards the goal. Has that gone through? It's been saved, I think. Saved. How did he do that? Unbelievable stuff.
Straight through.
Brilliant.
Jaime's there. He doesn't quite get enough beef on it, and he maybe should have followed it through the goal, I think. If he'd followed the ball, well, he was probably worried about slipping, but off the line by Pelon.
Is Pelon Sterling. Elizalde couldn't do anything with that. Torreira sends a huge pass to the front door. George Hambry riding hard, but here comes, yes, George still on that ball on the lime green, in the lime green helmet. He's unmarked. There comes Adrian Kirby to try and apply the pressure. Kirby's there. Can he play the backhand? They've ridden over the top. Torreira's there in front of goal. Torreira sticked out of it. That ball's running. Is it through the goal or not? Just saved off the back door, you fancy. Oh my word, that was close. Now, Pelon fighting hard for this ball. Pelon Sterling bringing that ball to goal. Pelon Sterling back, sent out of there by Jaime Hudubro, and it's Polito Pires who picks up. It's end-to-end stuff despite the conditions, and Polito Pires riding hard here. Ball picked up by Elizalde. Elizalde riding for his life down the ground here. Charlie Hambry trying to ride him off. Polito backs up, and that ball's running, and it's bounced off the post and gone over the back line. Oh, champagne polo, Luca, what?
Unbelievable, end-to-end stuff.
Here's Elizalde.
Looks like he could have had a stab as well, but he leaves it for Polito, who was alone behind.
I think Polito shouted to him. Oh, look at this. Oh no, it's not, it's his bounce. And over the back line. Polito Pires there applying the pressure. And Polito Pires plays his near side backhand, but bounces off a Pony, and it's Pelon Sterling who picks it up on his near side now. Pony kicks it forward. Pony gets double feed for that. Hambry plays the near side backhand, trying to set up brother. Elizalde comes through. In fact, Jaime Hudubro came through, and that might be a penalty.
Pelon had got into difficulty. Good backhand. Jaime just crosses George. Good brother combination from Charlie to George.
In he comes then. Guillermo Torreira to square things up. Oh, he hasn't hit that very easily, but it's just crept over the line.
Don't do that to him. Look at him, laughing, loving it. I mean, not many players would laugh after that. That's great.
Fantastic. Absolutely brilliant. He barely hit this.
It narrowly missed that divot, didn't it? It might have ended up as a hole-in-one, not a goal.
Polito Pires being shadowed by Pelon, backed up by Hudubro, who fires a huge pass, but it bounces off a Pony.
Great.
And we got a whistle.
Great. Oh, looks like we've got a ball into a player here. Guillermo Torreira. I hope that's not in the hand.
I'm not sure it wasn't the horse's head.
Oh no, it's stick. Stick onto hand. Look at that. Boom.
Yeah.
I think that the cane wrapped across his knuckles.
Well, that's the end of Chukker number 3. A pretty good game so far, but it's all square here in the British Open Championship. 3 goals apiece.
With the pitch holding up remarkably well, there's still the odd divot or two for the crowd to tread in. And with the scores level at 3 apiece, plenty for the teams and their coaches to consider going into the second half.
No, I think we've been playing our polo, the better polo, after the first chukker maybe, or first 3 quarters of the chukker. And we're just going to keep trying to do the same thing, and we think they're going to go in. you know, we're a second half team anyway, so, you know, we're just going to keep doing it. I think we're starting with a penalty in favour, so if we get this, then we're going to go from there.
Polito then in for this penalty 3. Now remember, they can defend it, El Remanso. We'll see someone appear from the right of your screen very shortly. The swing, it's a strong drive, it's through. Polito's on the scoreboard for the 3rd time this afternoon.
No mistake about that.
Straight out of the middle of the mallet and actually beats Torreira's charge across the goal. Polito Pires trying to apply the pressure. Torreira, he's got Jaime Dubro on one side, Polito on the other, and it's Pelon now. Pelon Sterling trying to get around the corner. Jaime Dubro applying the pressure here. The ball's going towards the goal. Pelon underneath his pony's neck. It's just kept in play by the pony. There's an under the neck shot. I don't believe it. That's gone through. That was George Hambry. George Hambry, how did he do that? Take us through this.
Well, I think here Jaime was rather wishing he hadn't given the stick back, as Pelon makes a great run through here on this beautiful mare.
And there's George in his slipstream waiting for the opportunity.
Just gets saved by Francisco Elizalde's horse.
He can only have seen about a foot of that goal,
if that.
Jaime Dubro sends the pass up to the front here. Jaime Dubro, Adrian Kirby's there. Hambry with the backhand, it bounces off a pony and picked up here by George, the hero of that last field goal. Jaime Dubro's there. George cuts it upfield. Jaime Dubro, still George there. And I think George may have attracted the whistle.
I think he just cut the ball out and came around the corner, and Jaime picked up the line. So they'll probably have a spot here.
Okay, in he comes. Oh yeah, it's a full shot. Boom, look at that. Huge. Oh my goodness. Right into the danger zone. Oh, just saved off the back line. And in fact, that'll be a safety 60. He got some wood on that. He got some wood on that.
So let's look where he saved it out of. That was going straight through. Great save.
Got to loft this.
That's a big one, but I think
it's a super shot.
No mistake about that.
Well done, Smudge. Well done, Smudge. 5-4.
Good follow through straight over.
Pertry motion. That ball's got ice in it as it comes down. Pelon Sterling, who plays the open backhand, looking for Torreira, but it's been stolen. Oh, no, Torreira's got it back. Oh, and stolen once more. Elizalde's in there spoiling, and Pelon leaves it behind him. He plays the backhand, it bounces off a pony. Torreira's quick onto that new line. Plays the under the neck shot. That's a superb pass upfield, and both Hambry boys riding hard to try and pick this up, but Adrian Kirby plays the short backhand. Met in the air though and picked up here by Pelon Sterling. Pelon Sterling rolling towards the goal. There's the approach shot. Can he go all the way? Oh, it's sticking. What a fantastic straight goal.
There, that's classic example of applying the pressure, and you watch the work that off camera Charlie Hambry was taking out the back door, allowing Pelon to come through pretty much unattended.
El Remanso, as you said, Luke, soaking up the opposition to give that man room for manoeuvre. Dobro desperately looking for the ball, but it's picked up here by Charlie Hambry. Charlie Hambry now. Polito Pires rides him off, plays the backhand. Bounces off a pony. Jaime Dubro's there. The wall. What's he going to do with this? Opens his backhand, trying to set up Polito. George Hambry plays the near side backhand, and we've got a whistle. I wonder if Elizalde infringed there.
The tempo's getting up a bit now, and I think that was a great backhand from George Hambry. Pelon was very quick to turn. And Elizalde crossed in front.
Pelon Sterling to give El Remanso the lead. He's got plenty of wood on that. It's through. Nothing Cortium could do about that. His second score of the afternoon. That's a fabulous penalty call.
Great shot from Pelon Sterling. Comes in completely balanced.
Great timing. Jaime Dubro's there. Torreira fires one to the front door, and Charlie Hambry's there. Well, the ball's in the air. Adrian Kirby applying the pressure, couldn't get a hold of it. Elizalde couldn't play his backhand. Whistle's gone.
I think there was a yellow that changed sides. Charlie comes through with the ball, it goes up in the air. The line doesn't change much. And then the next player to come through technically has the ball on this offside. And it looks like he changed over at the last minute, Francisco Elizalde. Remanso sort of took control of the reins in that chukker and managed to get a penalty in their favour as well to start the fifth.
So end of chukker number 4, El Remanso, who regained the lead. 6 goals to 5. Right, players back on the field then for chukker number 5. Penalty 3 in favour of El Remanso. Pelon Sterling seeing the ball big. In he comes.
Watch him come out.
Oh, it's not that great a hit, but it's gone in nonetheless.
He got out of jail.
He got out of jail. He went behind the 2 charging across the goal.
Luckily it had a bit of a bounce on, very similar to the one Polito hit early on.
The beginning of the big chucker.
He sort of hit it into the floor, as it were. Very lucky.
They only just missed it. Well, here we are. Chukker number 5, and it's 7-5 in favour of El Remanso. And from the line out then, Torreira beginning to take that ball forward. Hambry getting out of the way, and it's Pelon Sterling who sends the pass up, looking for Charlie Hambry, and Charlie Hambry's away in front. Charlie Hambry, oh, that's a great approach shot. Charlie Hambry, can he go all the way? He's backed up by brother George, and George is bouncing off the goalpost, would you believe it? Backed out of there by Adrian Kirby. Well played, the patron. Picked up here by Elizalde, and straight from defence, here come Cortium on the attack in the yellow shirts. Backed up there by Torreira, picked off here by Polito. Can't get a hold of it, but Kirby's picked it up. The patron having a golden moment here. Here comes Adrian Kirby, sends the ball forward, up the field. Adrian Kirby, ball kicks it, pony kicks it forward. He's bringing it to goal, is Adrian Kirby. Down towards the goal he comes. That's a lovely centering shot. Oh, it's just gone over the back line. What a run by Adrian Kirby.
What a great run from Adrian Kirby. What bad luck. He looked like he just left it a little bit late, didn't get hold of the ball properly.
Trying to keep control, turns it beautifully. Really well played by Polito Pierres. Now what's he going to do with it? He's coming across the ground. They're trying to apply the pressure. Is Torreira. Here comes Jaime Dubro. He's left it behind him. They've all left it behind them. And Polito Pierres assumes the mantle now. Polito Pierres going through a ploughed field by the look of it. Still Polito Pierres. Backed up now by Jaime Dubro, who couldn't get his shot in. Elizalde then shoots, and Elizalde's put it through. This game's beginning to hot up, Luke.
Beginning to hot up, and they really recycled that ball well. Had a lot of backing up. Very difficult to take the ball. Jaime clean missed that one, but Francisco's in a perfect position, backing up. Takes his time, and there's no mistake about it.
Jaime Dubro doesn't get any length on that near side backhand, and that allows Pelon Sterling to reassert control here, and doesn't quite come away with that ball. Backed out of there by Polito Pierres. Here come Cortium on the attack once more. Elizalde trying to get in the clear. Still Elizalde. Elizalde, can he go all the way? Polito Pierres is there. I think we got a whistle. Ooh, that's looking ominous, isn't it? El Remanso, in their anxiety to regain possession, I think infringed, didn't they?
They did, but I couldn't actually see who they blew.
I think it was another sandwich, wasn't it?
From behind, it looked a little bit like that was a foul by Pelon, but they played the advantage.
Well, that was definitely a sandwich.
Well, I'm not sure if they had contact both sides.
The long and the short of it is that Cortium have the opportunity to level things up, and here comes Polito Pierres, and it's a mere formality as he just canters it through. So we have an all-square game, 7 goals apiece, and Polito Pierres with 5 of those goals to his credit here. That's the way to do this, isn't it? Just dribble it in. Not many minutes left in this fifth period. The ball's back in play, and straight from the line-out, it's Pelon Sterling taking it round the corner. Polito Perez desperately trying to stick him, but it's still Pelon Sterling for El Remanso. Backing him up here is Charlie Hambry. Charlie Hambry with a backhand, it's knocked in and it's through! What a goal! Charlie Hambry, right out of the top drawer.
What a goal from Charlie Hambry. This player has the potential to come out with these amazing goals, and he's done it today on Gold Cup final day. Pelon was taking the ball, great break from Pelon, but the ball came off his cane. And he couldn't carry on with it. Look at this. One tap forward. Shall I go under the neck? No. I'm hitting this straight through into the tail. Look at that. Oh, straight through the middle.
What a game it's turning up to be. 8-7 in favour of El Remanso. Just one more chukker to come.
It's an incredibly even game.
Torreira. Pelon Sterling just in behind Torreira, going himself here. Torreira now opens his shoulder. Oh, ball's took a grubby bounce there. Picked up here by George Hambry on his near side, but stolen by Elizalde, backed up by Adrian Kirby. Adrian Kirby then. But Torreira's there to steal it. Torreira turns it upfield. How did he get away with that? That's pretty lucky.
It did look like
Torreira trying to pick it up on his near side. Polito Perez trying to play the backhand, but it's Pelon Sterling who's come through as if nothing's happened. Pelon Sterling's going to convert this so easily. That's a fabulous field goal.
Yeah, you'd be feeling a little bit sorry for Adrian there. He's in the right place at the time, right time. He's so quick to get through, isn't he?
John Horswell will be having conniptions about that, wondering what happened to our defence. How did we let Pelon get through? They lead 9-7. Here come Cortium, courtesy of Jaime Hudubro. He's got past Hambry, and here comes Torreira back in defence to try and stop him. Couldn't get there. Oh, well stuck. No, Hambry plays the under the neck shot.
Buried the ball.
I'm afraid he's buried the ball, and we'll have a throw in a pretty dangerous area for El Remanso.
Well, it'll be pretty close to their goal, but luckily it'll be from the centre towards the boards.
I've never seen a pony with a kamikaze hanky around its forehead. Have a look at Charlie Hambry's horses. They've all got that little white with a sign on it.
With the red kamikaze sign.
Yeah, absolutely. Now, what happened here? In went the ball.
Line changed to there. Looked like Torreira couldn't resist it, and he just came across Polito.
There's Polito.
Now that looks like his stallion he's on there, or when I say his, the stallion he plays from Hernan Pires, who's another cousin of his, and bred by his uncle Alfonso, called Rolinga.
Rolinga, yeah, indeed.
Beautiful
laying in
horse.
chucker number 6.
Beautiful horse.
Has to be tied up on its own in the pony lines.
Exactly.
Well,
you don't see that many stallions in playing in the high goal polo, but this is one of them, and he's very good.
A one-goal game then, 9-8 in favour of El Remanso. Cortium, can they square things up here? Well, a whistle straight from the line out.
Yeah. You'd have thought they'd be taking that up to the 60, because, as you can see, Charlie Hambry comes through here, doesn't get hold of the ball, but he's going on his own. And Francisco just crosses in front of Guillermo Torreira.
It's a worm burner. It's a worm burner, and it's been saved. And it's been saved by that man, Elizalde. What a superb piece of play from him. And he's on the attack straight from there. Elizalde opens his shoulder. That's a huge drive down the ground. Polito Perez is trying to get forward. Back in defence is Pelon Sterling. Polito Perez picks it up on his near side. Here's the cut shot towards the goal, and it's there! Score! What a fantastic score from Polito Perez. He squares things up. Luke, what do you think?
Well, Pelon, I mean, he had a lot of bad luck here. Great pick from Polito. Pelon didn't think he was going to make the angle.
But he didn't try to hit
Amazing steal.
He didn't try to hit it hard, did he?
He just flicked that one across to the other side and somehow manages to make the curve and just incredible. Incredible. What a pony on Rolinga.
Fantastic. Rolinga.
We couldn't get any closer.
2 minutes left.
To go.
Wow. The 2012 Open Championship of this country. Here comes Polito Perez. Polito Perez bringing that ball downfield. Waiting for him is David Pelon-Sterling. Polito Perez, George Hambry trying to spoil, but it's Polito now on his near side. Oh, that's lovely play. Hands it over to Elizalde. Elizalde going down towards the back line. Seen out of the way by George Hambry, and that one's gone over the back line.
I think they must have blown him on that. I think Pelon picked up the line quite quickly behind Polito. A lot of pressure from George Hambry though on Polito.
Yeah. Those two Hambry boys are really making their presence felt. It's so nice to see. Proper four-man polo, isn't it?
Watch this. George in with the stick. Polito does well to keep hold of it, but he just leaves it behind there. Then it gets kicked forward.
Well, there's Elizalde trying to send the ball forward. Polito Perez is in the clear. Polito Perez down towards the goal. He shoots and he's put it through. What a score!
What a goal!
Cortium in front. Oh my word! Less than 2 minutes on the clock here. There's the pass forward by.
Well, he flew past him. What a horse! What a horse! He's on fire on this horse.
Rolinga, this is the stallion.
This is the stallion.
He knows exactly what he's doing. His ears are back saying, come on, let's get there. That is a fabulous score. And Cortium, for the first time since Chukka number 3, are in front again. Less than 30 seconds left on the clock. El Remanso fighting hard here. Torreira trying to get the ball away. And George Hambry's up against the boards. He's backed up by Torreira. There's the pass forward. Adrian Kirby's there. Here comes Torreira. That ball's gone miles in the air. And can he pick up the bouncy ball? Yes, he can. That's beautiful play. Torreira now. Can he level this ball? Level this game? Hambry with the under the neck shot. Can't get there. That one's on the air. It's just gone wide.
That was an epic passage of play. And I think it might be the last passage as well.
Look at this, Luke. What's he doing here? Leaves it behind. George is behind him.
Oh, Charlie, that one just goes right up in the air.
And he almost puts it through. Folks, that's it. That's the end of the match. Cortium are the victors.
What a turnaround.
What a fabulous match that was.
That man Polito just came on fire in that last chukka.
Well, of their 10 goals, he scored 6 penalties and those 2 fabulous field goals.
So he got 8 out of the 10 goals.
8 out of the 10 goals. There's Adrian Kirby. He deserves this, doesn't he, Adrian? He's been supporting High Goal for a long time.
He's been supporting High Goal for a long time. It's a dream come true for these guys. They've worked hard all season.
I hope you've enjoyed our action here from Cowdrey. So in the end, Cortium the winners, 10 goals to 9.
You just look them in the eye between the 5th and the 6th and you say, we're going to win. And they do. Yeah. We go in 1 goal down, we always win. We've done it about 7 times. I said in the 10 before, as long as we're 1 goal down going to the last, we're going to win. When we went 2 down, I wasn't so sure. But Polito Perez just lit it up. Last chukka, he just lit it up. He's a machine. He's a machine.
What a final we witnessed today. Polito Perez is presented with the Most Valuable Player Award for his exceptional performance, while the Best Pony Award goes to his stallion, Rolinga, a powerful combination. Top scorer of the tournament with 46 goals was Sumaya's Facundo Sola. But today is all about Cortium, winners of the British Open 2012.
I think we played good as a team. The field was a little bit bumpy and we hit it a lot, and I don't know, luck, in the finals. I think we were a weaker team, but we won, We were not the favorites, and we won. Amazing. This is my first year here, so I cannot believe it.
They just played really well. We let them get a few goals. We were up, they were up, and that's how it goes.
I think we've had a great season. We played really well. We got to the final of the Gold, got to the semis of the Queens. So I think the most important thing that we really enjoyed it. And it was a pity that today we couldn't finish it out, but there we are. Sometimes you lose, sometimes you win.
With Adrian Kirby's Cortium flying high, the crowd were treated to an aerial display to see out the rest of the day.